Okay, so Addo 2020 underway inside the first K. Nice and hot, lots of people, lots of work to do. Okay, so this is approximately 6 Ks in. It's hot as hell. I think we're going to the top of that ridge line. You can see a lot of the field here. There's some fruit trees. Here's me in my David Livingstone get up. It seems to be helping with the heat. It's really hot. Here comes a tiny breeze which is helping. But be looking forward to sunset, I can tell you, when it'll cool down a bit. Hard to judge what one should run, what pace. But we're carrying on. A lot of people on the course. Everybody's giving it their best. Checkpoint 1, 10 Ks, nice and busy. Okay, so we're through checkpoint 1. This is the climb on the Ossewaarpad, I think they call it, wagon trail. We're about 10 Ks in. First 10 Ks, major heat. Start in Addo main camp and then run a short section on the tar and then hit a jeep track along the Armstrong fence, and then at about 2.5 Ks jump onto a dirt road all the way through to 10 Ks, mostly downhill to the 5-6 K mark and mostly uphill from there to 10, and then after checkpoint 1 at 10 Ks you've got this Ossewaarpad up the hill, pretty steep, but at least some shade. Some nice views. 11.25 K mark. Just this slight climb. I don't know if it's because time of day or because we've come up off the valley floor, but it's ever so slightly cooler, if still very, very hot. It's pretty up here. Here's our path. That's where we've come from. It's about 12.5 Ks. Starting to look really, really pretty. Look at that. Some downhill. I think we run down towards the dam, and just before the dam we head up. This is just short of 15 Ks in. More pretty views in the valley. Pretty darn spectacular out here. I'm looking less spectacular. Feet are quite sore, but worrying this early in the event. Pretty, eh? Pretty. Around about 17.5 Ks. Elite athletes ahead. We've done 2 river crossings. Both of them have been in the last K. So we're down in the valley. We've got lots of climbing now. It really is quite beautiful down here in the valley. We're slowly climbing up out of it. We're on our way to checkpoint 2, from where I think the climb gets really steep. From checkpoint 1, it was a steep climb up to Camp Fig Tree, and then from Camp Fig Tree you got some hectic down, some really steep down, and then you hit the valley at the bottom. 3 little low water bridge river crossings and a beautiful little dam with some cliffs. And then we've been on this road or jeep track on our way to checkpoint 2, nearly 19 k's in. I've been going for 2 hours and 49 minutes. We'll see how things pan out. Been a good day so far. Approaching checkpoint 2, methinks. A bit of a steep climb up here, and still hot as hell, very hot. Alrighty, just leaving checkpoint 2. If I have to give a summary of checkpoint 1 to checkpoint 2, starts with a hard climb, finishes with a hard climb. After the first hard climb, hard descent. A nice little farmhouse at the bottom with a JoJo tank with rainwater, keep that in mind. Nice little section, flat section through the bottom of the valley, and then a hard climb up to checkpoint 2. I've been going 3 hours 25. Feet are still sore. It's still really hot. If I turn the camera, you'll see the sun still high in the sky and blazing down. Hopefully in a couple of hours it'll get nice and cool. In the meantime, just taking it easy. Beautiful views, good trail running. Just trying to conserve. Got a long way to go. We've made our way up quite high. Sun is still relatively high in the sky. It's still warm, and we're still going up. 24.5 k's roughly. So the sun is still up. Long shadows in the valley, but there it is, bright. And here I am, heading towards 25 k's. Looking forward to sunset. I think we can say the sun is down, more or less. We've just come up a monstrously steep climb. After 26 k's, you come up a horrible steep climb. Then it plateaus, and now we're descending. Bit of plateau again, and then a more gentle climb over there. 4 hours 37 gone, nearly 28 k's. Between 29 and 30 k's. Moon is up. People on the course. And we're going. I'm cramping this early in the race. I think it's the very high temperatures and loss of electrolytes. don't know if I have enough rehydrate, but at the next water table 30 I'm going to bomb a couple of rehydrates and hopefully that'll sort the problem out. Just through checkpoint 3, it's getting dark now. We've got a beautiful night sky. Bombed 600 mils water with a rehydrate, so hopefully that does the trick. Just chowed a potato, piece of droewurst and some jelly babies. Fantastic supper really. My dietitian will be pleased. Anyway, the night begins. We'll keep you updated through the night and bring you the exciting dawn. Well, there's dusk, or I don't know, just past sunset. See you later. Okay, between checkpoint 3 and 4, nice easy going really, nice moon up, nice flat easy path like that. Not too bad at all. We are about between 34 and 35 k's. Approaching checkpoint 4. There it is, that light in the distance. Here I am. Probably just see my headlamp. So checkpoint 4 coming up. Between 4 and 5 there's some civilization up ahead. What I can say is 3 to 4 has been by far the most pleasant stretch so far. Nice underfoot conditions, nice gradients, nothing too steep, really nice. 3 to 4 is a great section. 4 to 5 now is going to be steep down. 5 is apparently quite close to 4, and then it's on to 6, so we'll see how things go. May seem like an obscure time to check in, but first marathon done. And I can tell you, shining that light in my face is pretty blinding. Okay, 1 marathon down, 3 to go, more or less. Just left Ellie's Tavern. Good news is it's a little bit cooler out here. Bad news is very gnarly descent between checkpoint 4 and checkpoint 5, which we have to go up tomorrow. Beyond Ellie's Tavern we've already gone through 3 rivers, but as I said, nice and cool down here, so things are looking up. Okay, we've done a lot of river crossings in the last K or 2 at places like here. The path is the river, and you can't see through the murky water, and it's pretty uneven down there. I think that must be about the 10th river crossing in the last K&a half. Been solo for a while now, between checkpoint 5 and 6. Lots and lots of river crossings, and dark and quiet, and animal noises all around. A little scary, but on we go, on our way to checkpoint 6. Okay, just clocked 50 k's. It's about 10:30 at night, slightly before. The tentative plan is to try and get to checkpoint 13 by 8 a.m, the entry to the Valley of Tears, so that the Valley of Tears can be done in the cooler part of the day, between 8 and 12 or 1, before the real heat starts baking. 63 k's to checkpoint 13, 9.5 hours. Going to be tough. Don't want to overdo it, don't want to push too hard, but we'll give it a whirl and see, just manage. So 50 k's down, approximately 10:30 at night. See you later. Alright, coming up to checkpoint 6 in a few hundred meters. 5 to 6 has been pleasant, relatively cool, a lot of river crossings, 3 or 4 gates to go through, but a lot of runnable stuff. Not bad at all. 5 to 6 has been fine. We'll see how 6 to 7 goes. I think the course gets lumpy now. It's been mostly sort of downhill from 5 to 6, but I think it gets lumpy now. Checkpoint 6, apparently about 5 or 6 k's to checkpoint 7, but over a big climb. Looking forward to it. Should be good. Spot you on the other side. Okay, started the descent between 6 and 7, somewhere between 56 and 57 k's. Going pretty well. Felt better between 5 and 6 than I do now, but can't really complain. Got to keep going and enjoy it as much as possible. Chat later. Alright, just popped through 7, like a table, had a bit of biltong, bit of watermelon, some jelly babies, clopped a full rehydrate, hoping that's going to help with the cramps. Yeah, all good. About 11 k's to 8, between 6 and 7, it's just one big hill on a pretty easy underfoot road. Nothing too complex, nothing too steep in either direction, up or down. So 7 to 8 is, 6 to 7, nothing too bad. 7 to 8 is going to be longer, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's not getting easier. Excuse me spitting biltong here. Alright, chat later. I just reported in, but a milestone's come. 60 k's in theory, only 100 to go. Experience would suggest, however, that the course will measure longer than advertised. So a little more than 100 to go. Looking forward to it. Just beyond 64 k's, just saw a jackal. Luckily he's not following me, although they are apparently pretty harmless. They just like to follow. He ran to the side of the road, or she, and then watched me go by and didn't hook up. After 1:45 in the morning, not getting my REM sleep right now, but between 64 and 65 k's, heading towards checkpoint 8. Just gone through 67 k's. I figure a little over half an hour to checkpoint 8. 7 to 8 is basically dirt road, undulating, nothing too steep up and down to this point. Probably about 4 k's to go, so maybe there's a surprise waiting, but up to now just undulating dirt road. Underfoot reasonable, every now and then some rocks, but good and not too hot. Been relatively cool through here. 25 to 2 in the morning. Just gone through 70 k's. I guesstimate it's about another k to checkpoint 8. 7 to 8 has remained undulating dirt road, no surprises. So now it's a question of get to 8, regroup, and start heading towards 9. Ten to 2 in the morning, just leaving checkpoint 8. Had an egg and a small cup of lovely chicken soup, a few grapes, stocked up on water, heading to 9 now. Apparently we've got some big water crossings coming, and we've got about 12 k's to checkpoint 9. Alright, spot you later, alligator. Moon's gonna set soon. Should get a decent view of it shortly. There we go. We'll probably see a lot more stars once the moon has gone down. Got to have extra batteries for the headlamp though. Maybe I spoke too soon about the moon setting. The moon is gone. Gonna try and get a picture of the stars. Gonna be a lot tricky without a tripod, but I'm gonna try. We're gonna see how it works. Here goes. Well, I can report that 8 to 9 is super gnarly. Big climbs, big descents, hard, really hard. After a nice 7 to 8 and a nice 6 to 7, 8 to 9 is a big wake-up call. Big. I'm at about approaching 79 k's. I think I've got another 4 to 9. I don't know what's waiting for me, but up to this point it's been very hard. 80 k's done and dusted. Theoretical halfway. The brutal steep up, steep down between 8 and 9 continues. Doesn't look like we're going to have any respite soon. Just here with, who am I with?
Kerry.
With Kerry. Kerry seems particularly calm and collected, unlike me. Approaching checkpoint 9. 8 to 9 has certainly been the hardest segment of the race so far. Just short of 82 k's, just over 14 hours. It's about 4 o'clock in the morning, which means in about 2 hours it's going to start getting light, and about 2 hours after that it's going to start getting hot. The night time has been kind, temperatures have been bearable. We're going to have to make the best of the hot daylight hours when they come. I should try not to get lost. Checkpoint 9, river crossing with a big rope to hold on to. River's flowing strongly and is apparently deep. Wish me luck. Just put Delilah, my Phoenix 3, on the charger after 14 and a half hours. No wrist-based heart rate. 14 and a half hours, not too bad on full navigation. It's 10 past 5 in the morning, approaching checkpoint 10, the last one before the drop bag checkpoint, checkpoint 11 at 96 k's, checkpoint 11. Checkpoint 10 is probably 10 k's short of that. I'm happy to report that 9 to 10 is substantially easier than 8 to 9. It's shorter. It has a climb and a descent, but nothing like 8 to 9. It's got 2 knee-deep river crossings, but it's fairly pleasant all in all. My time probably not great. I had to stop to put my watch on the charger and swap batteries in my headlamp. But yeah, all good. Approaching 10 at say just before 5:15 in the morning. I guess in 45 minutes we'll have some light. Left checkpoint 10, 87 and a half k's done. Been going for 15 hours 22 minutes. About just short of 10 to checkpoint 11, which is the drop bag point, which should be quite nice. Restock with fuel and maybe get a change of clothes and socks and push on to 12 and then 13, the entrance to the Valley of Tears. So big climb out of 10, not too bad, but a big climb. And as you can see, dawn is breaking. Pretty soon the temperatures are going to start climbing. Well, daylight is officially here. Scary mountains all around us. That's La France running ahead of me. We're on the descent to 11. It's been quite a nice descent. Not too steep, reasonably runnable. So on our way to 96 k's. It's light, but the sun isn't up yet, so not too hot yet, but it's getting warmer. As you crest the rise, climbing out of 10, if the daylight is there, you look to your right and you see these huge mountains and you wonder, am I going over those? And the answer is probably an unequivocal yes, you are. It's going to be an interesting day. There are the big mountains. About 6:15, about 3.5 to go to checkpoint 11. So in there hopefully before 6:45, maybe 20 minutes, change of clothes, stock up on fuel and head out. Maybe 9:30 at the entrance to the Valley of Tears. I don't know, we'll see. In any event, later than planned, hotter than planned, but it is what it is. I think pace is not bad. Have no idea where I am in the field, but yeah, I think doing alright. There's a long way to go yet, but hanging in there. Approximately 1k to go to get to checkpoint 11. Feels like it's taken forever. Hasn't been that bad, it's just taken a long time. Anyway, on we go. Roughly a k to go. It's 20 to 7 now, so just after 6:45 hopefully. There is a view and the sun is coming. Alright, leaving checkpoint 11 at 7:30 in the morning. Got to get from here to 12. I think it's over a bit of a climb. I think we go from here into a climb called Foxtrot, Unicorn, Charlie, Kilo, Sean. See if you can figure that out. We're going to keep the PG rating going here. So Foxtrot, Unicorn, Charlie, Kilo. Checkpoint 11 took longer than I hoped, but I got new socks. I put a lot of Vaseline on my feet. I've gone into sort of cycling shorts to try and ward off chafing. I got a new shirt. I've stocked up with lots of Rehydrate, some goos and some far bars. I got some game, so I'm all good. I'm just battling to get moving again after sitting for, I don't know, must have been more than half an hour. but I was working all the time while I was sitting getting my stuff, and I managed to go to the loo there as well, which was great. Anyway, 7:30, heading towards checkpoint 12 and then on to the Valley of Tears. At night time you can't see this, which is both a good and a bad thing. Between K99 and K100. So we go. They're just mountains everywhere. We've got to go up and over somewhere. Just went through 100 Ks. Theoretically 60 to go. My mate Mav will be super pleased with this. He's got a bee in his bonnet about 100 Ks in under 20 hours. Well, 1752 is not too bad. Admittedly, it's not Sky. Yeah, a little bit easier to get 1752 here than it would be at Sky. Lower altitude, easier underfoot conditions. Anyway, 100 down. 100 down. Sun is getting high in the sky. It's getting hot. Alert, alert, I lied. I've only just gone through 100 now. 18 hours and 3 minutes. Still not bad. It is so hot out here today, and it's still around about 8 AM. It's gonna be an oven. Anyway, we do the best we can. We'll see what happens. I'm finally on Foxtrot Unicorn Charlie Kilo Shane Hill. It's special, really. Look down there, look up there, and looks like it's going to switch back and make its way to the top there. Oh, Foxtrot Unicorn Charlie Kilo. Still making my way down into 12. It is brutal, absolutely brutal. 11 to 12 is brutal. In the beginning, when the climbs are not steep, the underfoot is really tough, really tough, rocky, and then you get onto these massively steep climbs and descents, and the heat is baking. And on top of that, just to get yourself moving after being in 11 for a refuel for a little while, it's really tough to get going again. So I think 11 to 12 just overtook 8 to 9 as the hardest, and I guess 12 to 13 is going to be no piece of cake. And then we got 13 to 14, which is the Valley of Tears. I can't wait to get to 15. I think at 15 things will start to improve. Leaving checkpoint 12, 19 hours 20 minutes. It's hot. I'm very grateful that most of the next 8 k's is uphill. This steep descent into 12 was a nightmare. 12 had lovely cold water. They have these ice towels in an ice bucket. Put them on your neck and it's fabulous. Problem is, a minute after leaving the water table, you're back up to temperature. Anyway, we'll stop complaining, we'll harden up, and we'll push for 13, the entrance to the Valley of Tears. Okay, just went through 107. I'm lonely and I'm hot and I'm losing it. I've started singing. I thought you guys would appreciate my awesome singing voice. So especially for you. Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? My friends all drive Porsches, I must make amends. I don't know the rest of the words. So that'll have to be good enough for now. I think there's some lyric about a colour TV and various other things. Anyway, I just thought you might be getting bored. I mean, you have been out here for a hell of a long time, and there's no other runner in sight. They're all either too quick, or they're back there and potentially catching, or hopefully falling further behind. Who knows? Okay, we're officially in uncharted territory. Just went through 108 k's. It's the furthest I've ever been in a foot race. Just under 20 hours. I have done 29 hours before, but I've never gone further. So 52 k's into the unknown, starting now. It's hot. My GPS is predicting another 9.5 hours. I think that might be optimistic, but let's hope, because if it is, I'll be able to sneak in under 30 hours. Anyway, for now, I'm just keeping on. Alright, approaching checkpoint 13, properly broken down, just trying to survive. I think that might be the valley that we go up, the Valley of Tears. I think, I don't know for sure, but yeah, for now, priority 1, pass the medical at checkpoint 13, and then get going up the valley to 14. The last 3 checkpoints have taken forever to come. Probably the last 4. I'm still not at 13. I must be close now. It is super, unbelievably hot. I think I'm going to be in the Valley of Tears in the hottest part of the day. But there's nothing that can be done. I mean, this is where I've landed. Couldn't have gone much faster. I just got to hang in there, get through the Valley of Tears, and then frostbite to the end. Alright, 11:32, leaving checkpoint 13 officially. So 3.5 hours later than what I thought, but that was a crazy thought. If I'd known more about the course, I would never have thought that. Anyway, we've now got 17 k's to checkpoint 4 at 1:30. through an extremely hot valley. Wish me luck. It's very pretty, but my goodness me, it's hot. It's very, very hot. Is that a warthog ahead, or are my eyes playing tricks with me? My eyes are playing tricks on me. Rising up out of the valley. This is just ridiculously hard. This is so hard. I can say with confidence that this is by far the hottest I've ever been in my life. I've never experienced temperatures like this. It is so hot. It is unbelievably hot. And this climb is unbelievably steep. Time for a mini celebration. 120k is done. The last 7 have been unbelievably hard from checkpoint 13. Still 10 to go in the Valley of Tears. Let's hope the 10 are a bit easier than the 7. Alright, just leaving the watershed between checkpoint 13 and 14. The race was stopped because of the heat, but it's now been resumed. Cutoff has been extended by 2 hours. Hit 1:30, but haven't hit Ellie's Tavern yet. Big thunderstorm coming in. Holy crap. 30-ish to go. I'll try and keep recording video, but my battery is nearly flat. I've left checkpoint 14. I'm on my way to 15. It took from 11:30 to 6 p.m. to get through the Valley of Tears. It was epic. We just discovered that the race was stopped for 2 hours, and for that full 2 hours, me and 2 other guys were in the Valley of Tears. The race was stopped because it was too hot, and we were on the hottest part of the course. Oh my, it was really tough. It means that I'm not in the best of nick right now, but I'm going to keep going and keep trying. About 4k's to the next checkpoint. I've gone through checkpoint 15. I'm pushing to get to 16. It's a bit confusing with the times. I don't know what they've done. My feet are so sore I can't run. I'm just walking as fast as I possibly can. Just went through 140 k's. About 22 to go. Just less than 22 apparently. Anyway, on and on.
16. I'm on my way to 17. I've got about 18 k's to go. It's probably around 9 o'clock at night, I think. At this stage, I'm sort of looking at finishing somewhere between 1 and 2 a.m. It's tough. I'm sore as anything. My leg muscles are sore and my feet are completely destroyed. Blisters and I don't know what. The pain is excruciating every step, and I've got quite a lot more to do in terms of the number of steps. Anyway, I'm going to keep on keeping on. Next target, 17. It's 11:15 at night. Just went through 150 k's. About 11 to go. I've bonked, seriously. I need food. I'm hoping the checkpoint 17 is close and that they've got food. I need food. Okay, I just went through 17. Try to eat as much as I can. Yeah, there's either 9 or 11 k's left. Hopefully 9. Cheers. Inside the last kilometer, failed to get in under before 3 a.m. but it shouldn't matter because there's an extension of the cutoff, plus they'll adjust times based on the stoppage. A few hundred meters to go. That was the hardest thing I've ever done by a country mile.